Hey everybody, I am Jackson Mitchell. I apologize for any lag that we are experiencing. It appears that we are experiencing some lag. I'm going to work to get that fixed, so stand by with me. But welcome to our severe weather coverage. I'm Jackson Mitchell. Again, let's take a look at radar here in northeast Arkansas. What is that looking like? What can we expect in the next little while? Let's take a look here. Okay, so right now, storms moving through most of northeast Arkansas. Give me just a moment. Let's take a little bit of a closer look. I know we had hail a little bit earlier in the area, but right now a severe thunderstorm warning excuse me, has been issued. If we zoom in closer to the area, there is one going down from about Waldenburg in the Wiener Fisher area all the way up to Jonesboro, and then another one that's been issued as we see this more active supercell moving in the area of Brooklyn Lake City, coming to Black Oak. Monette, we have this a little bit of a heavy view of a storm here. Now let's take a look at velocity. Apologies, sirs. Let's take a look at velocity. Velocity is what we call our wind speeds. It's the proper term for it. You look at it right now, nothing looks that bad. It looks as if we're experiencing some high winds, but nothing looks as if we're experiencing, rotation or anything of that nature. So we are looking to see if any of that may come in the future. But there's also more storms going on in the area. So let's go back to reflectivity, or just our basic radar, rain radar over here. And then I want to take you over, if we can, there we go. Then I want to take you over to this view right here, where earlier a tornado touched the ground in Hot Springs Village. From what we know at this point, there were multiple reports of damage. According to my knowledge, it was a patrol vehicle that was damaged, and then there was another area. Excuse me here. But there was another area that did back to what I'm saying, a patrol car was damaged. I know a small shop was damaged, according to local news, in Hot Springs Village. But now that storm has continued, and you're able to see that right here on your screen. Now, earlier it had been a radar confirmed and radar confirmed. I want to show you something, if I can here. On this camera here, something from my phone. This is what we call the CC, or correlation coefficient. Apologies here. It is basically debris in the air, and if I can get it to focus here, there we go. You're able to see that there's really not much to go with it anymore, as much as there was back down, and I wish we could go a little farther back here to when it was in Hot Springs Village, and there was a significant area of what we call CC, or debris, and you were able to see that there was actually a tornado on the ground, and that's when they kind of do this thing called radar confirmed, and that is when the storm is actually confirmed. Now, I also want to take a look. We have a bunch of other things going on tonight, but I want to go to something. Sorry, guys, I'm just gonna check warnings here really quickly. I'm going to check warnings really quickly, and then we're also going to check outage maps. In Arkansas, 12,108 customers are out at this point, according to poweroutage.us, and that's mainly coming from Marion County, a place that experienced pretty heavy storms earlier, in Garland County, which is where that tornado touched the ground earlier as it was kind of going into another area. Now, we got a public report of half-dollar size hail in Brooklyn, and that brings me to something else here that I'm going to attempt to get on the stream here in just a few moments. But we have a public report from Brooklyn, Arkansas, where we are right now, that there was reports of half-dollar size hail. Now that is something we're going to stick with and see if we get any more information on that. I want to show you an image of when hail began to come through. Over here, it is not half-dollar size. It is a little bit different, but let me see here if I cannot just... Okay. Let me show you guys this image if we can here in just a moment. If I can show you this image here. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning issued for Mississippi and Poinsett counties and Lauderdale, Tennessee. Wind 60 miles per hour. It is radar indicated hail 1 inch. We're also watching power outage, and in Craighead County, we do have a few outages north of, where is this at here? Let's zoom in. 151 outages in the Greenfield area, north of Harrisburg. If you stand by here for just a moment, we'll take a look at that. Here are some power outages that you are viewing here on your screen. Stand by. We're still watching that tornado warning, and we'll go back to that here in just a moment. But as you take a look on your screen, that is the outage map of the Craighead County Electric Cooperative. You can see north of Harrisburg, there are 151 outages. That is the farthest that we have right now. Now, from the North Arkansas Electric Cooperative right now, there are about 168 counties. We can go over here. There are 168 customers in Baxter County, 7 customers in Fulton. That was a number higher earlier. It appears that some people may have gotten their power restored. And let me check over here on what we have going on. The Little Rock National Weather Service has continued the tornado warning for Saline County, Arkansas. We are still watching that, as it did, and as there is reports of it touching the ground. And also to note, and we will go back over that severe thunderstorm warning, and it stated it was from Craighead County, has expired. I'm waiting to see that update here on the radar. We are watching some other things also, though. So that, as you view on your screen, is the North Arkansas Electric Cooperative. Some outages reported there, but something else I wanted to show you was, if we can, let's go to the track of that tornado. Before we go to this, I'm going to be working on this as we do that. Let's go to the track of the tornado warning that was issued, and the tornado that touched the ground in Hot Springs Village. Let's take a look at what by 9:28 it is making it all the way up. I'm sorry, 9:13. It's making it just south of Mayflower in Arkansas. By 9:28, it's making it far north of Gibson, and kind of just east of Mayflower and Maumelle. It is traveling right now at about 30 miles an hour. It's picked up from earlier. If it were to touch the ground earlier, I don't think it would have been a very strong tornado, EF1, EF2. But that's the risk that we had today, and we'll take a look at something else of that nature also Here is the risk for tornadoes from the National Weather Service Memphis. Let's take a look at that if we can here. All right, on your screen right now is the tornado risk for Thursday night from the National Weather Service Memphis office. You're able to see that is what that area included was Brooklyn. Brooklyn was included in the significant, which is a 3 out of 4 in this area here. But that risk kind of falls as it moves farther east into places like Bible, Kennett, Forest City, and then as it goes into Memphis and farther east, as in places like Mississippi and far southwestern Tennessee, and then north west Mississippi. So we're tracking that for you guys. Also, something I'm going to see if we can't go to that I was working on earlier to see if we can. Do we have? If this storm were to continue, this storm that we've been viewing on radar, that tornado warning at this point is still continuing for. And let's go back over to the radar as we still continue to watch that. You're still looking at it in wind version here. The Little Rock has issued a tornado warning for Pulaski and Saline County. So this is that same area that we're watching right here on your screen. They have continued that tornado warning as there is still an amount of rotation. This is a storm that has now traveled far. I'll tell you that. A storm that's now traveled all the way from what? It touched down at least in Hot Springs Village and is now going all the way up to parts of Pulaski County, which is going to be in a more populated area. So this is a time that you really just need to get into your safe places if you're in this new tornado warning, this updated tornado warning that has been issued here. And you can see it may be there. It is a much bigger tornado warning. I want to draw this out because I know how hard it is to see against the red. This is the new tornado warning. So West Little Rock, this is the time that you need to get in your safe places. Mamel, you need to be in your safe places. I'm going to see what we have going on over here. There is actually some heavy hail in places like Ferndale. You should be seeing some hail very, very soon. I want to see if I can't track this storm here and show it to you guys what my track is looking like here. So what are we moving at? The National Weather Service said wind speeds 30 miles per hour. So we'll use that and we'll go way up here all the way to the end of the tornado warning, centering this storm perfectly. All right. This tornado warning that you're viewing on your screen in the blue, that is a new tornado warning that was issued. That is a bigger tornado warning and includes parts of West Little Rock as this storm hits a more populated area. So if you notice yourself, like places like Mamel, West Little Rock, get into your safe places, now is the time. Your phones have started buzzing off. Now is that time to get in your safe place. All right. I'm taking a look at some impact times right now. Ferndale, 13 minutes. You got about 13 minutes here, maybe a little less than that, before this storm really directly impacts you if it still continues to have the strength that it has now. Now, this is a slower moving storm. It's only at 30 miles per hour. Now, Twin Springs, you got about 17 minutes. Ivesville, 26 minutes. Pankey, 27 minutes. Woodland Heights, 29 minutes. Mamel, 33 minutes. You got a little while, but you still need to take those precautions because it's a flash by in a second. Let's go down here. Those other places, if the storm keeps strengthening and keeps coming towards this area and stays kind of as defined as it is. And I want to show you guys something because it looks a little different on my side of things. It looks a little cleaner here, and I want to exactly let me draw it out for you what this looks like. If we can go to the camera here, I'm going to attempt to get my phone to focus back in frame here. This is another look at what we were talking about just a few moments ago, a little more defined version of this storm that we are watching, and that's something that we're going to keep you updated on as we keep viewing this. I also want to take a look back in northeast Arkansas, back closer, a little closer to home, and see if we have anything more going on. We do have some hail coming into the areas, and coming into places like Lepanto, it appears. That was a little bit earlier. Now we have some heavy storms moving towards Osceola. Now a big line of heavy storms is still going through places all the way down here. What is it? Bald Knob, Augusta, McCory, Newport, Harrisburg, Truman Bay, Lake City, Leechville, Manila. And then it appears in some places at least may get a little bit of break, or I should say a break is in some lighter rain before we have maybe some more heavier spots that are continuing to move and make their way in this area. And guys, we're still viewing this tornado warning, and I want to give some more analysis here on it. This is the rotation. Oh, that's a little bit off here. This is where that rotation is. I'm going to turn to a perfect one here. We're just going to say this big area is this form of rotation. That means it's almost coming directly towards Mamel at this time. I want to view this shorter version here of the tracking here at 9:19. It's made it just past Mamel. So what is that? 9:18, 9:17 that it's gonna make it to you. So it's a time that you need to be prepared and a time that you need to be in your safe spots. Now, time flashes by in a second when you're in an area of severe weather and when you're in an area of a tornado warning. So you need to be in your safe spots. Now, I am going to continue updating you guys on this storm here. And the Memphis National Weather Service has canceled the severe weather storm for Craighead and Poinsett County. So that was that severe thunderstorm warning. And I don't know if we can go back here. I'm going to see if we can't go back to... give me just a moment here. This radar over a little closer to home here. Give me just a moment. I'll show that to you guys. Here we go. All right, now take a look on your screen. That's a little closer to home for you guys. But you can still see that severe thunderstorm warning. This is the one that was just canceled. It was Poinsett County, but maybe not. Maybe this one is going to continue here because that's not Craighead Poinsett, but that is Poinsett County right there where Lepanto is. So we'll stick with that and keep you guys updated on that information when we receive more on it. I do want to go back to this where this storm is that we are continuing to keep our eyes on. As we get closer to the radar, it's getting a little bit more messy, but the rotation is right here. So what is that? Kamak Village. This is also going to come in your area. And again, a more populated area, West Little Rock, this is going to come to you also. So Saline and Pulaski County are those places that need to be in their safe spots. Now, all of Pulaski County, just the farther western portion, so that's going to include West Little Rock, you need to be in your safe places. Now, West Little Rock is a place that's seen some of these storms before. So take your safe places and be as safe as possible. If you need to put a mattress over you, put a helmet on your kids, whatever you have to do to make sure you, your children, your family, or your animals are safe, do so. Now is the time for places like West Little Rock. You got time, but you need to kind of speed it up here as you're already in a tornado warning. So, I want to go see if we have 2cc or debris. It's a little bit messy. I don't know if we're going to have anything. So, with this velocity or wind, as we continue to get closer to the KLZK radar, which is in Little Rock, so waiting to see if we get more information there. We do have. They're kind of just getting some more information to you guys. I want to see if I can't just. Still looking to see if we have anything new to come out of this. I'm scrolling the social media and seeing if we have any images or anything that we can share. But as I do that, we're going to continue kind of taking a look here at. Sorry, guys. I'm just checking out social media and seeing if we have anything coming from those pages. But here, as we wait. Still waiting for some new information to come in here as we continue to watch this tornado warning in Pulaski and Saline County. So right now, you're able to see that rotation there. It's moving in a place of West Little Rock, and that's a place that needs to take shelter right now. You're running out of time. You had time maybe a few minutes ago, but now is not the time. So please get into shelter. Do what you need to do to protect yourself, your family, your children, animals, whatever. Getting some new information in right now from NWS Little Rock. They're continuing that tornado warning right here that we have been tracking this whole entire time that we've been on the air for about 25 minutes now. Still following this. I am. Give me a moment. What we may have to do here. We're just gonna kind of watch this for just a moment to see what new information may still be coming into us. Okay. Okay, so we are still looking and waiting for new information to come. It appears they're continuing that tornado warning, but I don't know if they're going to move it into a farther northern and central, if that's even a word, portion of Arkansas here. So what would that be? Central Little Rock here that we're going to get into if we continue going. So all of Little Rock will be, most of Little Rock at least, will be included in this if this warning were to continue. Right now, the storm is at the back of the warning, and they have what they have done at this point is just stand by for just a moment, guys. What they have done here is kind of just shorten that warning on the back end of where the storm is that we are still continuing to follow and still waiting for more information to come out of it. We do know it touched the ground back in Hot Springs Village, so that is way down here. So the storm it's held on. It's held on for dear life at least. So what is that? We know it touched out here, so at least continued all the way over here. And now the National Weather Service Little Rock is continuing this morning as we get closer to Little Rock. So people in West Little Rock, I know I'm Mal. We were talking about you guys earlier. You guys need to be in your safe places. And I'm just going to kind of leave it on this right here just so we can see if any updates may come for this. I want to draw out the warning line that's right now because it even is hard for me to see it. And I don't know because what I see is a very small screen of what you guys see. Let me see if you guys can see it. You guys can barely see it. Okay. Right now, tornado warning for Saline and Pulaski County. Let me see what they updated this as. A public report from Shady Grove, Arkansas, which is in Pulaski County, reports hail of quarter size, which is about 1 inch. That was at 9:08, so just a few moments ago. Still waiting for some more information. At this point, just looking for the latest information on all of these social media platforms, trying to see if there's any more weather information that we can pass out. We are also going to see if we can't take a view at one of the closer areas here in the center of the storm. One of the cameras. Let's see if the camera. I'm gonna see if we can't find a camera that's facing that way. So what way? It needs to be facing east. Gonna find it here. Just give me a moment. You can hear my mouse clicking. Trying to find which camera. This camera is facing south. I'm trying to see if we have an iDrive Arkansas camera or a traffic camera facing in this area that we may be able to get some access to. We'll just kind of stick with this. We'll stick with this camera here and see if we can't see anything. Okay. Okay. Take a look on your screen. Right. Hold up here. Right. Take a look right now. On your screen right now, you are taking a look at a iDrive Arkansas camera. That is on, let's check. Where's it at? This camera is on I-430 at the Rodney Parham area. So 70 degrees right there. You can see a lot of traffic in the area, even though there is a tornado warning. I can't tell if they're flying down the road or are they just going 75 or whatever the speed limit is there on I-430. You can see a lot of traffic moving through that area. Now the Memphis. Okay. Let's go to the Memphis National Weather Service right now as we continue to watch this storm that is moving into Little Rock at this point, or I should say northern Little Rock, and into places closer to Maumelle, and it may hit Gibson if this storm continues. At this point, we do not know how long this storm is going to continue. All right, but the Memphis National Weather Service has continued the severe thunderstorm warning for Mississippi, Poinsett, and Lauderdale, Tennessee counties. We're watching that. We are also watching what the Little Rock National Weather Service is doing. And at this point, at 9:14, they continued a tornado warning for Pulaski and Saline County still. Now, this warning would expire at 9:45 p.m. At this point, it is unknown if they will redo that. Things of that nature. We're still looking and waiting for that information to come out. We got a little bit till then. What is that, 30 minutes then? Until 9:45. We are still waiting to see if this storm has anything significant still to produce. This is still a storm that is capable of doing so, obviously. I mean, what we saw earlier was pretty incredible in Hot Springs Village, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that touchdown, that tornado that we're still watching right now, touchdown. Again, we're going to stick with you and watch it as it all happens, of course. But I'm also taking a look at a bunch of other information for a little closer to home. If we can, I want to see if we can go to a kind of split screen here like this. And that would bring me in too. Hey, ready? Y'all saw me kind of looking over here at the computer here as we were watching some information. I-430 at this point is where this tornado, or where that camera, that traffic camera from iDrive Arkansas, that's the camera that you're viewing there is from I-430 southbound. I want to see something here. Oh, apologies. Sorry, I'm watching. There's a storm chaser here in that area, and I'm gonna watch it here for just a moment. I'm just gonna watch it as I kind of watch this storm. Okay. see if we have anything significant coming from there. Let me set my phone up here. Oh, hold up. Oh, I'm making a mess over here. Okay. Alright, I'm going to continue watching that, but we've also got so much more information to bring to you guys as the National Weather Service is continuing this tornado warning for Pulaski and Saline counties. Now, what this tornado has done is it did touch down way back here. If we can zoom out a little bit, in Hot Springs Village. So let's draw the line really quickly. And now it's what? Oh, way up there. In the area of West Little Rock, so places like that, those are the places that you need to take shelter. We're continuing to view this storm, though, as it continues. It's unknown if there's still some damage. I'm going to listen in here to see if we have other information that is coming into us at this point. Maybe. Okay. And as we wait for that, when the storm began to hit, let me show you this. This is a little bit of what that hail looked like. So, let me give you that to you guys. Full screen there. What you are seeing right there is a little bit of that hail of what it looks like when it first hit here in Brooklyn. So pea-sized, very small. Now there was $half size hail publicly reported by some other citizens here in the city of Brooklyn. And guys, give me just a second. And now as these storms have pushed out of areas like Fort Smith, there is flash flood warnings now being issued for these areas as storms are kind of finishing up in places like that. Alright, but right now I am going to keep eyes on this tornado warning here on my phone to see if we get anything in from there. Let's just keep it out like this. There is hail attached to this storm that's coming into the area like Maumelle. So if you're noticing some, heavy rain in place, things like that nature, I would not be surprised to be seeing that. Now the storm is continuing to get closer here. I want to see if we can. Let's go now. Still southbound, mile marker. What was that mile marker? Let me check. Mile marker 12.6. See what we have from this view. Let's go over there if we can. And take a look back at everything that we have going on tonight. So iDrive Arkansas Cover, we're still watching that, and we're also watching the radar of this tornado warning that is going through right now. That view that you're taking a look right there from iDrive Arkansas is going to be on I-430 at mile marker 12.6. Still waiting for this storm to get a little closer to places like West Little Rock. Stay in your safe places, though. Waiting to see what the National Weather Service decides to do with this, as it is still appears to be a pretty significant amount of rotation. It's just we're still a little bit elevated in the air, and we haven't really reached the ground yet. So still waiting for that as it approaches about 9:22 here. And speaking of that, the National Weather Service Little Rock has just updated the tornado warning for Saline and Pulaski County, and it appears let me read this really quickly. It says they canceled it. Cancel Saline, continues Pulaski. So they have canceled that and shortened it here. We should see that update come in very soon here for that. As we wait here, give me just a moment. Here is a look at that iDrive Arkansas camera in Little Rock and see if we can't get anything coming in from their standby here, though. What? Okay. All right. Let's go back to that radar view as we continue to wait. They have canceled that for Pulaski County now, if we can. Yeah, there's that radar for you guys. They have canceled that tornado warning for Saline County, but have continued it for Pulaski County, which is going to be parts of western Little Rock at this current time. And you can see on your screen there the updated look at it as we continue to kind of see and view everything that's going on there. Stand by with me, though. Let me change something really quickly. Okay. Okay. Right now, we are still watching that tornado warning in Pulaski County, but here's what we are going to do. Let's have this going, and then we bring in our iDrive Arkansas camera, who we are at this point still waiting to see if we will actually see anything come from it. So we are waiting on that. Okay. So we're still waiting on that information to come of this iDrive Arkansas camera, basically seeing if that storm is going to pass in front of it and, what may occur. We are watching so much information, and we'll keep you updated momentarily when more updates do come. But for now, I'm Jackson Mitchell, and this has been our severe weather coverage here with Brooklyn News. Thanks for watching. The National Weather Service Little Rock has just continued the tornado warning for Pulaski County until 9:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. They say a severe thunderstorm is capable of producing a tornado and that was located over Mamel, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Updates are still to come right here on Brooklyn News. I'm Jackson Mitchell. The tornado warning. One, two, three. One, two, three. Shoot. Per the Little Rock National Weather Service, they have expired the tornado warning for Pulaski I'm sorry, County. I'm Jackson Mitchell with Brooklyn News. We will continue to provide you updates every few moments. Hey everybody, another tornado warning has been issued. That is what you are viewing on your screen. It is for Montgomery and Yell County. We are bringing you live coverage, of course, of this as it continues to come in. This is severe weather coverage with me, Jackson Mitchell. Thanks everyone for joining. We've got a lot to get to. Stand by here. Let me type something into the computer. So again, tornado warning for Montgomery and Yell County in Arkansas. Stand by for our coverage here. Okay. All right. For Montgomery and Yell County, that is what you are viewing on your screen right this second. See if we can't go to velocity and see exactly what radar is showing this storm as. So right now you're able to see, I'm able to see there is a little bit of something there. So what is that near? That's going to be right in the center, basically, of Odin. So if you're in that area, Mount Ida, you need to take shelter immediately. Now, this radar indicated tornado warning expires in 36 minutes. Let's check out some information on it. The National Weather, let's just read it out to you. The National Weather Service Little Rock has issued a tornado warning for southern Yell County in central Arkansas and northern Montgomery County in western Arkansas. So this is a radar indicated rotation of this storm here. You were looking at a velocity view of it, which is wind speeds. I'm going to go over here and see if we can't take a look at a correlation coefficient, or CC, which is debris, and see if we have anything popping up. No irregularities that we are seeing right now. We are still looking, though, of course, to see if we find anything, and if we do, we will bring that directly to you. Stand by here so I can bring my camera back in. We still have that iDrive Arkansas camera pulled up. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna take a look at power outage .us here in just a second. Let's reload that and make sure we're getting you guys the most updated and recent information that we have. Let's go take a look at that here in just a moment, as soon as we analyze where the rotation is in this storm and what it looks like right now. As you take a look on your screen, the rotation is right in there. All right. That is going right through Odin and is coming straight for places like Mount Ida. Now we're going to take a look here at a track from Radar Scope. It shows it at going a little bit north here, going farther north. We'll see kind of what they do, and they reissue the tornado warning if this storm continues with the strength that it is having right now. Now, according to the Little Rock National Weather Service, when they issued this, they basically said that it's moving at hold up. It does not. Okay, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. So this is one of the more slower ones that we've seen today. We saw another one that was also pretty slow, which actually touched ground in Hot Springs Village. But it appears we hopefully are going to see this storm move a little bit north, so we do not see Hot Springs Village get a go for round two, you could say, in this battle here, because that is where the last one touched ground. So we have to hope here that Hot Springs Village is not the place, and we will not see that. Okay. Let's also go over to see what the National Weather Service Memphis is saying.
At this point, they have updated the. This is for the National Weather Service Memphis. They have updated the tornado watch and canceled Clay and Greene County and Dunklin counties in Missouri, but continued Crackhead, Mississippi, Poinsett, Pembascot, and Dry or Henry Lake, Albion Weekly in Tennessee. There, we're still waiting to see if we have any more information coming in from there. I know I was taking a look at it just earlier to see exactly what was going on in that way. Let's go back over here. What was going on closer to home since we've been focusing so much on parts of. Now we're on closer to southwestern Arkansas, and then we were on central Arkansas when we had that storm get pretty close to Pulaski County. That's where that warning was issued for. It's issued for Pulaski County. Got pretty close there. All right, let's also take a look here at poweroutage.us really quickly. I want to keep the radar on the screen for you all. And I can still hear the rain here in Brooklyn. So poweroutage.us, let's take a look. What this looking like right now. So we do have a few counties with power outages that I'm not sure how synced up the audio
will be to my. Oh,
to my voice. But right now, here is what things are kind of looking like at this moment. Let's go over to PowerOutage.us. We're still viewing this. I'm going to take a look at what the National Weather Service is saying here in just a moment. But in Garland County, that is a place that was hit kind of harder earlier. Hot Springs Village is nearby. So according to Entergy, there was 3,284 customers out there. Also in Marion County, a place that was hit earlier pretty hard by storms. I don't know if it's still getting hit pretty hard by storms, but the customers out there are 1,459. We are going to keep you guys updated on that map as new information continues to come in. And again, we are going to keep you updated there. Okay. All right, let's take a look at what the National Weather Service Little Rock is saying. They are continuing that tornado warning for Montgomery and Yell counties in Arkansas until 10:30 Central Standard Time. They say it's a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Malden or 2 miles northwest correction there of Mount Ida, moving at about 40 miles per hour. So it's picked up some speed since they initially issued the tornado warning. It was about 30 miles per hour. Now that has gone up 10 miles per hour and went up to 40. We are still listening in to some coverage here to see if we have anything new coming out of any of these places here. Let me check in here, and this is going to be audio only, this portion of our live stream here, because I'm trying out something new to make the audio sound much better, which you noticed just a minute ago when I pulled up the camera. Okay, let me listen in here and see exactly what we have going on. It is 9:59, so we've got a lot going on. 10 p.m. news just started on KIT TV. I'm watching that and making sure things are up to date. Okay, guys, we're kind of just watching this here, and we're going to continue watching it on radar here. I don't want to leave you guys. I'm just listening into some other coverage that is happening in our area in Fort Central Arkansas, just to hear exactly, because they have more expertise in areas like this. They have more expertise as into their sources and their contact information. So we're going to be watching that. So stand by with us here. All right, still keeping you guys updated here. We do have this tornado warning in Montgomery and Yell County. Take a look right now. As you see on your screen, that has developed a little bit more as new scans have come in, and it looks a little bit more serious. I guess you could explain it that way, but it looks a little more put together, developed maybe for a tornado at least. So still going to follow that factor of it, but also let's go see if we have anything more that maybe anything close to any of this. This is as we get closer to home. Still have a little bit of lightning. I just saw lightning out of this window here in front of me in the studio. And there goes some thunder. All right, I'm going to leave you on this screen right here with this tornado warning, and we are going to keep you guys updated if anything new comes from this warning. I am Jackson Mitchell, and I'm going to keep you updated if anything else develops in this way. But for now, take a look and listen to some nice down tempo music to these not so nice weather conditions, I guess you could say. I'm Jackson Mitchell here with Brooklyn News. Alright. And you are viewing it exactly how it looks. It appears. And let me confirm. Yep, that tornado warning was canceled there. There is no other really significant weather happening right this moment. Stand by here. Let me go back up just a little bit to reflectivity, which is our basic radar. Let's go back locally. Not too much happening here. Still a tornado watch for Craighead Pulaski Academy. Oh my god. Thinking of the Skull Pulaski Academy, but for Craighead and Poinsett County, correction. I'm not sure why that is not working. We're just going to stay on this radar just to get a view of everything. But right now, what it appears is that the tornado watch is kind of like going through that line of storms. So obviously, there's still a little bit of instability within that. So we are going to continue watching and looking to see if anything new comes through there. But for now, here's what we're going to do. Here is what we are going to do. We are going to put some of that music back on the down tempo music, as it is called, and take a break. We will be right back right here on Brooklyn News. For tuning. Thanks again so much for tuning in to Brooklyn News' coverage of this very interesting event tonight in the severe weather. Our coverage is going to end right here after we are bringing you updates. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Jackson Mitchell with Brooklyn News. It has been a pleasure streaming and being with all of you.